That's why it's a tough guy. So this fight's going to be interesting. And here we go. Gloves are touched.
Again, Blake Martin in the light blue. Good right hand thrown by Chris Fikes. Blake Martin working the clinch. Uh-oh. No, the choke's not there. Look for Blake to post. Working the side control.
Great. Yeah, Blake
Good
moves
job
the
by
side.
Blake, but not really tight
Blake's
to his
moving
hip.
all the way to full. And if he can get a choke here, ladies and gentlemen, it's it.
Martin not able to keep his hips tight enough to control the position, though.
Agreed.
Chris Fikes going ahead and taking it to the side.
Blake's jiu-jitsu.
How critical is it when you have that situation to keep adhesion with your hips, DJ?
Yeah, right now the fighters are kind of just scrambling for position. There's not real any technique with anything, really. This is what you get with amateur fights, you know. Guys just kind of scrambling, you know. They know basic submissions, trying a lot of guillotine, stuff like that.
That being said, once you take the opportunity to take the man's back on his feet, how important it is to keep your hips tight and to control that position.
Yeah, you definitely got to get your hooks in if you want to maintain the back.
Okay, here we got a good high kick, good left side kick. But again, no problems by Chris Fikes going ahead and take the dominating position. Let's see if the rhythm can go ahead and be taken there. Now again, an opportunity, as we mentioned before, we have a longer fighter on bottom with the sweep with the bucks.
Blake
the mount
sweeps
can be
him, man.
dangerous with a longer fighter.
Blake's looking good. Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, the longer you are, the better you are.
Blake,
stand up or sit down. I mean, jiu-jitsu or boxing.
Now, DJ, it looks like Blake's got the other opponent in his corner. How important it is to you try to establish position when you pull guard in your corner?
Yeah, in my corner, I'm definitely I have a little advantage, you know, whether I'm on the top or the bottom, because I can always hear my guy better.
Are you one of the fighters that generally tries to take instruction? How important do you think instruction is while fighting?
It depends, you know. If you're at a spot where you're a little confused, you know, you can always look to your corner for help. But I rehearse stuff so much in the gym, I usually don't have to go to my corner for advice.
Well, that being said, we got Blake Martin over in his corner. Glenn Siegel giving instruction, inspiring his fighter. We have Chris Fikes on the bottom, inside control, but doing a decent job of hand control. What are you trying to look to do from the bottom here, Brandon?
Man, I mean, absolutely. You got to turn into your opponent. Absolutely. Put your knee in and work your either half or your full guard. If you don't, you're going to get hurt.
Look for
this
Blake.
kid. Yeah, absolutely.
Look for Blake Martin to try to work. Really, what I think he needs to do is go ahead and turk that leg so he can work him back inside, so he can take the advantage of the
absolutely. I think Fikes doesn't know what to do, honestly. If he did, he'd be doing it. I mean, to be honest with you. He's not turning into his opponent. Blake's able to sort of abuse him, turn him
Chris Fikes
turn him
looking
away.
for Mike Neese to stand him back up, being caught in the ropes. Round one.
That's the round.
Now that's a little odd. We had us change the position. We're going to go ahead and go to DJ Watkins. What do you think about round one? Pure judge, no other decision. Who do you give it to? Who's the man you point at?
You know, I'm glad I'm not a judge in this fight, honestly, but
no cop-out, DJ. Who do you got to give it to?
I give it to Blake Martin just by a slight hair.
All right, DJ Watkins taking the easy answer here with the hometown crowd. A serious change in position. I think Martin had the superior position a couple times, as well as Chris Fikes did. Honestly, I think that Blake Martin being the hometown crowd and being that he was on top last is probably going to go ahead and get maybe 2 out of 3 judges.
No, absolutely, man. I think Blake takes that round, no doubt about it, 100%. I don't think there's a split. I think Blake takes 100% of that round.
Here we go. Both guys receiving their instructions. Blake Martin probably being told to stay inside to work his striking game. Again, you got Chris Fikes really looking with Suzanne Ramsden to stay in his home base, in his jiu-jitsu. We got a few more seconds in the last minute round. Chris Fikes looks good over there starting the second round. Blake Martin, I'm going to go ahead and give the conditioning edge to Fikes. I'm going to give Blake Martin round one on the cards. Here we go. It's about even Steven. Mike Knese getting the corner guys out of the ring. We got about 10 seconds. Here we go. Round 2, ECI 14. Blake Martin, light blue. Chris Fikes, black and white. Here we go. Martin trying to establish with that left hook and that kick. He really, really, really wants to set up that right kick. That's the bomb he has in his arsenal. Fikes doing a good job trying to stay inside. There's the separation. Should be good for Martin. Let's see if Martin can capitalize.
Turn it. Turn the corner. Turn the corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, Blake Martin's in a classical single leg battle. You got not a really tight wizard working on the outside, but you got Martin. The best thing he can do is either switch off to a double or peek out so he can switch to a double. But his hips are in the position right now where Fikes is putting a lot of weight on Martin. And Martin's working very, very hard to establish this position. How important is it when a fighter takes a less than superior shot, DJ, to apply the pressure when you're on top?
Yeah, definitely. You always have to capitalize.
Here you go, referee Mike Knese, for all the crowd's delight, bringing him back to a stand-up. Here we go. Midway, second round, here we go. Martin really looked to switch stance and throw that right leg. He's been holding on to it for a while, folks. Really seeing a desperation with a weak shot by Martin. Is a little bit bad. I know he has a better shot, but he's long. And it's sad to say that Crest Fikes isn't stuffing it. There it is. It's a good turn to top position by Blake Martin. Let's see if Blake Martin can work. You know what? It's always a gift when you take a less than superior shot to find your way on top. What does Martin need to do to find himself in the best position based on the game you've seen, DJ?
Now Martin needs to pass the guard, try to get to a dominant position on top, and throw some blows.
What's a guy from bottom looking to do when you got a longer guy on top? They really can't extend him. What's a bottom guy can do? Does he need to work butterfly or close his guard?
I'd actually work between both, to tell you the truth. Depends on how he's posturing. But the main key is to tie him up and work for a submission opening.
Well, that being said, Blake Martin covering the draws. Blake Martin back on his feet. Late second round. Blake Martin's gas tank showing a little lacking. Chris Fikes showing a better gas tank than Blake Martin right now. Let's see if Blake Martin can take the hometown crowd's love and take it to the next step. Weak double leg by Martin. Hate to say it, Fikes going ahead to the mount.
Yeah, again. Yeah, Blake needs to turn this around or he's out.
Martin looking for the desperation. If he can come over the top and get a little bit of leverage, maybe he can catch this sweep. DJ's just trying to get under that armpit. Blake Martin, really with a last-ditch effort, trying to come over the top with the legs, doing a great job with the hometown crowd support, but Susan Ramden's hometown on hometown. Chris Fikes winning for the Mavericks Gym. Congratulations to the Mavericks Gym. Chris Fikes showing the composure. Blake Martin having it in position, just couldn't quite get it done. DJ, what do you think the things are that when you're at a turning point in that fight, when you have to decide can you hit that extra gear or not, do you think it's the conditioning?
Fight stopped by referee Mike Knese at 2:50 of the second round. Your winner, representing Maverick Training, Chris Fikes.
Wait. Good heart.